there we are. What's up? What's good? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. This is just a watch along. Let me double check, make sure my audio is good. It looks like it might be good, but I have to check it on my end. What's up? There we go. All right. Audio's good. What's up, Sharks fans? Welcome to my channel. If you haven't been to my channel before, what's good? This is somewhat of a new channel. This is an offshoot of my other channel. It's about hockey. If you haven't checked that out yet, go do it if you want to. We're going to be streaming the game here in a minute. I'll show you exactly how it's going to look here in a second. Let's see if we'll pull it up now. There it is. So it's just a watch along. I will have the audio right now. They're just kind of just bullshitting right now. Like I said, Sharks, for whatever reason, always like to drag this thing out, and they always have technical difficulties, it seems like. So I'm not too worried about it right this second. We'll put some audio on the background though, so we're not just talking. But how are you guys doing today? How are you guys feeling? We just got some news. It looks like I'll pull this one up as we wait for the puck to drop and get this game going. It looks like Mike Grier had his press talk today with the media, and it looks like we have got some good news. Grier's plan is for Stenberg to sign his ELC, so we can expect to see him in the lineup this year. Well, at least I think we all kind of are expecting that. But yeah, that's good news for us and for Stenberg. Now it's just a matter of where he's going to play. I think the talks is that, everyone wants to see him on the first line with Mac and Will, but there's also talks of him possibly on the second line with Misa, and who knows? We'll see. But yeah, good news there. Like I said, we're gonna pull the stream back up here in a second. But we got the teams going out. We got team. Let's go with Team Marlowe first. There's Team Marlowe. I'll scroll down a little bit. Oh, you can't see it. It's cut off a little bit on the stream right now, but no big deal. But we have Stenberg, Klee, Moran. There's some players on here I have no idea how to pronounce names. Not all of them, but good amount of them. And then we got Team Thornton right there. Landon Donovan at camp, or not Landon Donovan, Landon Marlowe at camp. Soccer still on the brain from yesterday. Playing against his dad today. So, and then we got Verhoff there, obviously another first round pick that we're excited to see get some action today. So, yeah. We'll pull this up. We'll kill the audio, the background audio. We'll play this audio here. This is a Stenberg interview with
the American
Brody.
Canadian experience. What's it like growing up as a hockey player in Sweden?
Super fun. Got a lot of friends who played and started to play pretty early, and yeah, fell in love with the game pretty fast and been used to it since then.
Real quick, how many
sorry about
Sharks
that.
have reached out to you? I know you talked to Macklin right after you were drafted. Have you talked to anybody else?
Yeah, I talked to some guys, yeah.
They made you feel comfortable?
For sure, yeah. Super nice guys.
If there is a chance in 3 months that there's an opportunity to play in the NHL, how ready do you feel for that?
I think
well, we know he's going to be at least on the team with the contract the ELC just signed today.
If
So
they're ready for you, you're ready for it?
exactly, yeah.
All right, that's Ivar Stenberg.
all right, here we go. Looks like
As
we're
you
getting
can hear,
things
we've come back at
finally
perfect
getting
timing.
going.
The players are about to be introduced here at TechCU Arena for the prospect scrimmage. Team Marlowe and Team Thornton. It's Brody and Randy. And it's going to be interesting this year for the San Jose Sharks. An overhaul defense.
If you guys are here, if you
Now,
can
we
do
know
me
the
a
players
favor,
involved.
let me
Kessel
know
Ring
in the
Darnell
chat
Nurse
how
in,
the
Jacob
audio
Trouba
from
in,
the game is
Shurlov
coming through.
back. I assume, and
I
Sam
can hear it pretty
Dickinson
well on
coming
my end,
back.
but I want to make sure you guys can hear
I
it too.
assume that means there's a spot for Luca Cagnoni maybe to make the team.
In the top six.
Right.
And you're certainly going to need
More
more
than that.
depth at the NHL level than 6. So maybe Mike Grier and his staff aren't done yet as far as transactions before they head into training camp. Or maybe they are and feel that this is an opportunity for players at the American Hockey League level with the Barracuda or other people that have been brought in or maybe will still be brought in before camp to push for a spot in the lineup. And that's what you want, you know, as you develop. And Ken Yoni would represent that as well. You know, Eric Polkamp's going to be in training camp. There's another player that's going to have.
There's so many pieces this year. I'm just like, where are we going to fit everybody?
Among others. The work is not done there. You know, you're talking about 6 in Dickinson, Trouba, Nurse.
I appreciate it, Gordo. Thank you for letting me know.
There's going to be more at the NHL level than those 6.
Have you met Eric Polkamp yet?
I have not.
You're going to love him. A beauty. In the very best way. Real nice guy. So there's also, Randy, to your point, maybe not enough defense yet, but in terms of forwards, there's almost like an extra line of forwards. So that brings 2 thoughts. Number one, are the Sharks and Mike Greer done with making moves?
I'm excited to see Ravensburg play.
What's that competition going to be like going?
I mean, I know they swap goalies like every period or every few minutes.
If this is your third line,
I think last year it was 45 minutes.
I love that third line.
So,
yeah, and that's what you want.
but I'm excited to see Ravensburg play in the scrimmage, but I'm also excited to see him play in college this year and see how he does.
They need to slot. That's not to say they can't play up in the lineup from time to time when needed, when injuries occur. That's normal. But, you know, the ideal situation is to be able to roll line after line with players that are in the spots they need to be. And, you know, I think it's fair to say for the Sharks last year, after Macklin's line, whoever he was with, players were slotted a little higher up where they would need to play if this was a Stanley Cup type roster.
Yeah.
And you want to get closer to that each and every day as an organization.
It's a big question. Do the Sharks have enough pieces and now the right pieces to make a run at the Stanley Cup playoffs? And Randy, I do think that defense last year was not an Achilles heel, but defense might have been the difference of making the playoffs or not. 4 points, 2 wins. You think about a lot of games where the Sharks had to outscore their problems, or also what you mentioned before about goaltending. You get a blue line in there that's a little bit more cohesive, and all of a sudden, Nedeljkovic and Askarov have an easier job in the crease.
Yeah, it's all about predictability in the defensive zone for the goaltenders. And then, of course, their own athletic abilities and ability to read the game in front of them kicks in beyond that. But you've got to have
Ovechkin's back. All right.
Predictability in your own end from your defenseman in a sport that has a lot of unpredictability just baked into it. There's a randomness to the sport of hockey. And as predictable as you can get in your own end and getting the puck out of there and not spending too much time there, the better. And certainly the hope of the ads that have been made so far, that will lead to that for the goalies.
I want to go back to one point that we didn't have time for before, but we definitely do now. Mason Marchment signed yesterday by the Sharks, and what a sentimental move. Like, great hockey player. That's not the point. 20-goal scorer every year. But his dad, Brian, obviously having been with this organization as a player and also in the front office side of things as a coach and as a scout, and Marchment and obviously Mike Greer, teammates back in the day, to bring him in. They're going to be handing out the Marchment Cup today here.
Yeah, it's a great move.
I got it at the Shark store, I think. Or I ordered it online from the Pro Shop. It's one of the new era ones. So, like, I think they special order these just like for the Shark store, but I'm not sure like what their quantity is when they get them. So they're kind of like limited releases. So you have to kind of pay attention to the Shark store, their social media account. There we go. The transition out. I'm tired of seeing Randy look at the camera like that. And there is the audio cut from the Sharks. Again, they always make like mistakes. I don't understand how they do. There it goes. Yeah, man, you just got to pay attention to the Pro Shop, like the newsletters and their Instagram account. They'll post them on there. Patty.
You know, Brody, as we're on the verge of our 250th birthday as a nation, it was once said to me years ago, why do we have to have the national anthem before sporting events? To which I replied, well, then when else would we sing it? Which is true.
You could just pick any old random song.
Little true,
It's
little true
11
there.
o'clock on the dot. The scrimmage is about to start. Randy, thank you so much for this.
Great to see you, my friend.
We send it to Nick Nolenberger, who's got the call of the prospect scrimmage here in 2026.
Noli, baby!
The production team needs a little work. That's okay.
Prospects, a draft just a week ago. We'll see
There we
some
go.
of those players firsthand here this afternoon.
All right, let me know who you got. Team blue or team blue? I was looking at my blue fucking thing over here. Team teal or team white tonight? Today, afternoon, whatever you got. And let me know your prediction in the comments. How many goals is Stenberg getting today? If I think about it, I don't think Macklin Celebrini scored during the prospect scrimmage. I think he had a couple assists, but I don't think he scored, if I remember right.
Team White, guided by the legend himself, Patrick Marlowe. Team
Those
Teal,
towels
coached
are
by the
fucking
birthday
dope.
boy, Joe Thornton.
Oh, I
Team
think that
White
might be a
will start in
hometown
between the
remix
Vikes.
preview right here.
Nolan will get the start in between the goal
Bring
pipes
back
and
that
fourth
logo,
round pick, the Sharks just
100%.
last
All right,
week.
here we go, boys
And getting the start
and girls if you're
for
here.
Team Teal
Like I said, if you're here with me,
Hasley
appreciate you
signed
hanging out. We're just
NHL
watching the game
contract this summer
today.
after spending last season at Arizona State. Puck is down. We'll start 4-on-4 for 10 minutes. Then we'll have a quick dry scrape. We'll play 10 more minutes before halftime. That'll go down to 3-on-3. We'll have a running clock. We'll sort it all out. Ryan Lynn, one of the Sharks' 3 number 1
Ryan
draft
Lynn,
choices,
number
will see
4.
him at right dot. Over the line is Team White in the attacking zone. Hao Shi Wong, second round pick of the Sharks last year. A rangy blue liner who's off to Boston University this upcoming year, battling away in the corner. Jarred free by Team White, reeled in by Andre Gasso, just signed a 2-year entry-level contract for the Sharks yesterday, was acquired from Boston this offseason. Another big forward who will likely play for the Barracuda this year, 22-year-old from Southern California, 6'4", 210 pounds. Puck controlled now by Team Teal. Keaton Verhoff, the Sharks' second first-round draft pick last Thursday, 9th overall, will work it near side wall. Team Teal through the neutral zone. Carson Wentz, the captain of the Kelowna Rockets in the WHL last year, had to take it away. And back in transition, it's carried by Nate Miskey.
Down goes the
of
ref.
Team White. Miskey will circle the net in the offensive zone, throws it up top to the point, and Tristan Sarsland wires one on target, and that's punched away quickly by Connor Hasley. Thrown back in front.
Are we going to
in
get
between
crowd
the
pop when
circles, really
Stenberg
by
comes on the
Team
ice?
Teal. They've got the puck in the defensive zone. Verhoff will whip it near side. Keaton Verhoff played last year as a 17-year-old, a true freshman. College hockey helped North Dakota reach a Frozen Four. At one point was pegged to be a potential number 1 overall selection. Sharks ended up getting him at the 9th spot last Thursday in the NHL entry draft in Buffalo. Wong along the near side for Team White, taken away by Brendan Hoffman. A shot from the point, punched aside, bouncing around near the blue paint. Reeled back
Wouldn't
in
have counted high
momentarily
stick.
by Team Teal. Hoffman's got it again. He rifles one on target. He's the elder statesman in this development camp. Brendan Hoffman played last year to start the season in Idaho in the ECHL. Joined the Barracuda, signed a 1-year AHL contract for the upcoming year. Hoffman gave it away. Matt Gollifin, the defenseman, has a breakaway, works in, shoots, he scores!
Top cheese, baby.
A defenseman getting a breakaway. Don't see that every day, and that's some summer hockey. He makes no mistake, puts it upstairs. And
Like
excuse
Gustafson?
me, that was Jake Gustafson.
Hey,
with the
there we go,
breakaway
the
goal.
hometown
Beg
kid.
your pardon. Gustafson all alone, the San Jose native, and he puts it upstairs on Connor Hasley to get things started. What a story, Jake Gustafson. His dad, a longtime member of the Sharks organization, nearly 30 years.
Let's see, do I have the new goal
of
horn on here? Let's
service.
see. I don't know if you guys will hear it or not.
John, the Sharks senior vice
There it is.
president, and his son Jake, who played last year at Portland in the WHL.
Not a fan of the new goal song, by the way. I don't know if you guys are or not, but I am not.
Team White. Back on away we go. Puck
Is Verhoff going back to college next season? I don't know, man. I don't know.
of Sharks.
Oh, we got Stenberg on the ice now.
Patrick
We'll get back to that
Marleau.
in a minute.
Put him on his dad's team, though. They've got Landon playing for Team Teal, guided by Joe Thornton. As here comes Teddy Muchin, rink wide. Stenberg trying to backhand one into the low slot. Intended for Miskey, and taken away. Now tapped into the corner. Alexander Karmanov, the largest
Jesus,
player
that guy
ever
looks huge
drafted
on
by the
ice.
Sharks in the 7th round on Friday. 7'1", as there's a shot from the right dot from Sarsland. Karams up and out of play.
So is Verhoff going back to college next season? I don't know, man.
Quarter of this four-quarter game.
I could see it based on what we did yesterday in free agency. But also at the same time, I'm like, if we're going to start massaging these young guys, you might as well bring them up, put them in the Barracuda, if anything, start them there.
One up high to the point. Wong shoots and a blocker save by Hasley. Hasley finished up last season playing 4 games in the ECHL.
Yeah, me neither, man. Just bring back the classic.
Team Teal has it. Verhoff will loft it back in to the offensive zone. Pulled in by Wong. Wong, as we noted, a 2nd rounder of the Sharks last year. He'll play college hockey at BU this past season, spent in the OHL. He's got an incredible physical package at 6'6", an outstanding skater.
Nope.
As here comes Team Teal down the left side. And a shot just off frame by Max Heisey. Heisey off to Denver, originally committed to Michigan State. But he flipped to the Pioneers, and I don't blame him. Another national championship for David.
It feels so
Carr
weird,
and
like
company.
watching the game and like not knowing
As Team Teal controls
all the
it,
numbers like off the top of my head, you know? It's like prospect scrimmage. I'm always like, there's certain numbers I know, you know, Stenberg, Verhoff, Lynn, a couple other players here and there. Oh,
Dancing his way to the net for Team.
but like trying to track everybody. I'm just like, yeah. Who is that again?
Tryout player in this camp. Controlled by Marleau of Team Teal, trying to shed a defender. Works back up towards the blue line.
Yeah, no shit, huh?
For Giampa, tries to skate away from traffic, lays it along to the near side wall. Karmanov digs it down the boards. Scooped up by Team White, and Team Teal will make a partial change.
I saw a video of him the other day talking about how he had to have like all like his sticks had to be like custom made, and like I think his skates are like size 16 or some shit. Something crazy, dude. Like that stick has got to be monstrous.
The game's 4-on-4 to start. We'll play some 3-on-3. Have running clock, and then the final 2 minutes of each half. Each half, excuse me, will be a stop clock.
Oh,
scenario.
big rebound.
There's a
Come
shot
on.
from the right side. Miskey, good save by Hasley as he came over and turned it away with his left pad. Hasley wrapped up his college career last year at Arizona State, but started at Bentley University as the puck has worked all the way back down into the Team White zone. This will be an icing against Team Teal. 13-24 remaining in this opening quarter. We'd like to welcome everybody watching on the Sharks digital platforms and those listening on the Sharks Audio Network.
Same, guys. If you guys are here with me, appreciate you hanging out. Said I'm not talking too much. We'll let you guys hear the broadcast as much as we can, but if you guys have some thoughts and comments, let me know in the chat, man. Let me know how you guys are liking. I wasn't say how you're liking free agency, but yeah, yesterday was kind of started off good.
Here comes Heisey down the right wing side. Works it down to the corner. Heisey had a great season his first year in the WHL this past year in Prince Albert. After spending a couple of seasons in the BCHL. Now Nate Miskey has it for Team White deep in his zone end. Miskey spent last year at UMass Lowell. He'll carry the mail through the neutral zone. Chip it right wing side. Muchin working in. Tried to feed off far side for Miskey. Those two could not quite convert. And here comes Team Teal back the other way. There's a shot coming on the right wing side by Wetch. He caught the outside of the post. It's actually Colton Roberts who carried the puck down that right wing side. Good defensive play by Philip Sin. Sin played last year a little bit the DEL over Germany, signed to an entry-level contract by the Sharks this summer. And now Ryan Lynn, one of the Sharks' 3 first-round draft picks, works it back to the neutral zone. 11:54 left here in this opening quarter.
So Stenberg and Lynn on the ice at the same time.
TechCU Arena in San Jose, the home of the San Jose Barracuda, the American Hockey League affiliate of the San Jose Sharks. Here comes Ivar Stenberg, second overall pick. Takes it wide left. Throws it in front.
Oh.
Got tipped in on Hasley. And a good stop.
He's NHL ready. That's all I need to see. That's all I need to see. Do I do watch-alongs during the season? You know, this channel is actually, I'll turn it down a little bit. This channel is actually kind of new. I started doing Sharks content midway through the season last year on my other channel. That channel's It's About Hockey. But I plan on it. I definitely plan on it. Because I'm in the Pacific Northwest. I'm away from the Bay. I'm from the Bay, but I live in Spokane, Washington. So there's some Sharks fans here, but you know, it's not like home. So I'll definitely be doing some like watch-alongs and stuff this coming season. So like I said, if you're not subscribed now, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll let you guys know when we're doing watch-alongs and stuff.
So will make his way off. Lynn rather will make his way off, and stepping on for him is Tristan Sarslin, who played a little bit with the Barracuda last year after a 4-year career at Clarkson. Team Teal over the line. Veroff works into the corner, wins the battle, pulls the puck back in. Protecting along the near side. Veroff lays it down to Asher, but it's taken away by Brian Nicholas, who's here at Camp Bond, a tryout. Nicholas with good speed through the neutral zone. Carries it left half wall for Team White. Gives off. And unable to pull the trigger.
When I lived in the Bay, I lived all over the Bay, mostly in Fremont, and then I lived in San Jose for a couple of years. All right, we got a goalie change here now. I actually used to live like right behind the tank when I was like 21, 22. And I used to go to Sharks games all the time, like living that close. I would go by myself. I'd be like, I don't even fucking care. Give me the cheapest seats and I'll make my way in the building. So I've been to a lot of Sharks games.
From the Edmonton Oilers in exchange for Zach Sharp and Shakir Mukamadul. Sharp, in fact, was on the Team Teal roster because they printed out the rosters yesterday prior to the trade.
How many we got here in the chat today?
Very active, retooling their back end, which was certainly an area.
17 people here, you know. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me, chilling with me right now. Hopefully you guys are not as or less depressed today after yesterday's Darnell Nurse trade. I know I've kind of come to terms with it already now, so I did talk about it yesterday during my live stream after all the signings went down, or majority of the signings went down yesterday. So I've come to terms with it. I'm like most Sharks fans. I'm not super stoked on that contract. I'm not really super stoked on Jacob Trouba's contract either, but you know, in Mike Grier, I trust. You know, he's allowed to have a couple questionable decisions as long as it's not gonna like kill our cap space for multiple years. You know, my opinion on the Nurse deal, I don't love it. I'll tell you that right now. I hear this all the time, or as of late we've been hearing it, is Darnell Nurse a bad player or is it a bad contract? And honestly, he's not like a super bad player. He's obviously had his mistakes. You know, every player is going to have their mistakes. It's just the contract just looks bad. And us taking that whole contract, it makes us look bad. I mean, that's, yeah.
8 minutes before they stop the running clock. Nifty little move, working his way in for Team Teal on the back end, but he couldn't tuck it home. Was Rimashevsky. Igor Rimashevsky played last year in Dynamo in the KHL. Has 3 years of experience in the KHL, which is one of the best pro leagues in the world. So still a young player at just 21 years of age, but a lot of pro experience. Igor Rimashevsky, who the Sharks drafted in the 7th round back in 2023. 1-0 lead for Team White. The goal from Jake Gustafson back in that opening quarter is still the only goal to this point. Good look from Miskey coming down from the right side, and a good stop
Miskey
from Christian Kirsch, who has now entered the game in as he replaces
He's had 2
Connor
looks already
Hasley.
today. It's almost the same type of
Hirschman
look. He's
Memorial Cup
kind of
this year.
flubbed on the pass.
Had just an outstanding season with the Kitchener Rangers. And he's off to Quinnipiac this upcoming year. 8:51 left here in this first period, or rather second quarter, but opening half.
So he just got in the game, so far,
Oliphant up
not
high
bad.
on the point for Sin as Team Teal controls in the offensive zone. They trail 1-0. The pass from Sin back to Oliphant handcuffed him, and it returns to center. Heisey will put it rink wide. Drop pass.
like I said, he just got in the game,
Marlowe
so.
will gain the line, shoots, and that was Oliphant, rather 91, not 90, and his shot blocked wide. Mac Oliphant played his college hockey at Holy Cross.
Right in the slot.
Ball free in between the circles, taking a whack at it. It was Carson Wetch, that was blocked. Wetch likely to be with the Barracuda this upcoming season. Back right wing side. Oliphant shoots, bouncing puck, and Ravensburger, who has entered the game for Team White, makes the save and gets the trap.
Ravensburger.
As we're under 8 minutes now to go.
Bergen.
In the second quarter, Nick Nolenberger happy to have you aboard. 2026 Sharks Prospect Scrimmage live from TechCU Arena.
I'm not familiar enough with the full salary cap situation to have much of an opinion either way. Just get a little familiar. that's all I got to say, man.
So Marlowe will dig in and take the draw for Team Teal against Teddy Nutrient.
Because that's going to determine a lot of moves going forward.
Wildcats in the QMJHL reach
Hopefully it pans
back.
out. Hopefully it pans out.
Times Hockey League final this year. Had a great postseason. He's off to college hockey next year.
Number 1 versus number 9 right here.
Battling
Or
on
number
the
2 versus
half
number 9, I
wall,
should say.
7:12 left in this second quarter. Team Teal pulls it free. Beerhoff skates behind the trapezoid, behind the net, works it near side for Marlowe. Drifted past him. Bouncing puck in the neutral zone, pulled back in by Ivar Stenberg. Drops for Sarsland, right wing side for Nutrient. Back for Stenberg, right down the gut. Little cutback move. Hold, shoots.
Hey,
oh, he scores!
there it is.
Oh, what deception! Slides it along the ice.
There it is.
And to see the Stenberg skill on full display.
There it is. Stenberg got on the board. Like I said, I don't remember if Celebrini scored during the prospect game.
And I think Kirsch expected
Not that it makes like a huge difference or anything, you know, but
that Stenberg was going to try to elevate.
you can
that
just
puck,
tell.
but he just slid it right through the 5-hole to give.
You can tell he's ready. I'm not worried about Stenberg at all.
Back on away we go. Brendan Hoffman, the Charlotte, North Carolina native, hit the line, but he was stick checked by Clee, separated from the puck. And we might have our first penalty of this.
So the penalties, they do the shootout, right? Or the breakaway. Yeah, he was just floating out there, man. He's like, he looks like he's a man amongst boys right now. I'll put it that way. In the few shifts that he's had, he's kind of just been floating.
Overall pick last Thursday.
If that makes any sense to you. He's just kind of gliding, you know? He's got that swagger in his skating already.
Season for a draft eligible 18-year-old in the SHL. Had historic numbers rivaling the Sedin twins over 3 decades ago.
I got to get my hands on one of these teal towels, man. If you know anybody that has an extra one, I would love to have one. Hook your boy up, man. I got some pretty cool shark swag in my room. You guys can't see it right now, but I'll pull it up later.
Team Teal over the line. Oliphant's shot pass intended for Heisey is blocked. Picked back up by Oliphant. He'll drop it into the corner. Tap free. Team White trying to break out. Turnover forced. Heisey shoots. Ravensburger the save. Those two battled against
that's a
one
penalty
another
for
in
sure.
the WHL this year. Team White over the line. Controlled by Nicholas. Flicks it to the far side. Picked off Team Teal in the rush back through the neutral zone. Sin's over the line. Philip Sin up that right wing side. Digs it up high to the point. Trying to power his way to the net for Team Teal.
Oh, nice stretch pass.
Looked like it was Giappa, and he had to take it away. Team Teal's back over the line. Left wing side, Verhoff opens up, back skates to the end line. And it's taken away by Team White, but it drifts to the point. Colton Roberts has it. Tried to tightrope the blue line, but Gallant cut his angle off, and that forces the puck back to the neutral zone. 2-0 lead for Team White. They've got goals from Gustafson and Stenberg. Good chance down the left wing side for Carson Wetch. Turned aside Ravensburgen. And back in transition.
Oh, nice.
Carried by Team White, a fluttering backhander. Scooped up by Kirsch. He'll drop it to continue play. Karmanov, hard to miss him. All 7'1", gave the puck away, and Team White is back up the surface. Gallant over the line, top left circle, seams a pass to the net.
Oh.
Trouble just right of goaltender.
Right in the slot.
Kirsch, now a
That's
wrister from the right dot is off the outside of the post. Miskey's bid just off frame.
That's his third opportunity already today.
To the near
Right in the
side
slot
for Miskey.
all 3 times.
And a good stick
Or
check
right near the slot all 3 times.
as it's forced back to center by Team Teal. And here comes Marlowe. Marlowe down the left wing side, pulls up at the end line. Landon Marlowe into the corner. Controlled by Team Teal, twisted near side for Verhoff. Dances to the net, shoots,
Oh.
save made by Ravensburgen. Verhoff with a nifty move.
Nice pass, dude.
He'll work it near side. Callio swung it wide, back up out of the point for Verhoff. Gave it from Marlowe, couldn't field the pass. Stenberg takes it back for Team White. And both teams will make a change on the fly here with 2:10 left in this first half. Live from TechCU Arena in San Jose. Team White led by Patrick Marlowe up 2-0 on goals from Jake Gustafson and Ivar Stenberg. Battle on the end wall. Now it comes free to the near side. Tracked down by Team White. Banked up the boards back to the neutral zone. Sarsland controls. He'll return it back into his own third. 1:35 left here in this first half. Team White over the line, but they lose it. Sin banks it back up the wall. Team Teal will carry from right to left. They're over the line. Pass to the near
Send him back
side
to the
for
slot, man.
Sin joining the rush. Down low for Hoffman, using his big 6'4" frame to protect the puck. Tries to swing it for Roberts, coming down for the point. Never got to him, but recovered by Team Teal. They trailed 2-0. 1:05 left here in the first half. Shot on Ravensburg and kicked out with a big right pad, and it's returned back to center. We'll send it back to Brody Brazil during the halftime, as he'll have intermission coverage. Live here from TechCU Arena. Joe Will, the assistant GM of the Sharks, GM of the Barracuda, will join him during the halftime show.
Ooh.
Nifty little move. Taking it to the net was Gustafson. He lost the handle right at the final moment. And now Wetch will swing it along. 30 seconds to go in the first half. Played right wing side, busting in. Ravensburgen makes the save. Giappa, who lost the handle at the final moment. Now numbers for Team White.
No hydration breaks.
Nicholas left wing side. He plays it, trying to feed it back to Wong.
Hit it, go.
Was Brasington and never got to him. Now Team Teal back the other way. And they couldn't quite connect on an odd man rush. Miskey scoops it up, and that will but
I'll do it for
buzzer beating
first half.
opportunity for Team Teal, with the horn will sound. So through a half, it is Team White 2, Team Teal nothing.
There it is, first half. We got 20 people here streaming or watching with us. What's up, guys? If you guys have just joined or if you've been floating in and out, appreciate you guys being here with me. I'm going to check Twitter really quick, just see if there's any other news or anything that's happened so far. Just seeing if there's any crazy signings or anything that's happened, and they usually pop out pretty quick. Lots of people at the game, it looks like. yeah, we're not gonna worry about it too much. I have like all my alerts are on on all my devices right now, and I use Apple for everything. So if something happens, I typically will see it really quick. But did they lose the feed, or is it just? Oh, it's still live. That's one of the reasons why I don't watch the Sharks streaming, like pregame streaming, because they always kind of lag a little bit on it. But we'll pull it back up here in a second. But yeah, guys, we're now in intermission right now. But like I said, if you guys are joining me now, I appreciate you being here. This is somewhat of a new channel. I do hockey content, mostly NHL content. Well, I do all kinds of hockey content, but this is my Sharks primary channel. Like I do a lot of like Sharks talk, and I didn't want to have too much bleeding over. So this is a new channel for me. So looking to connect with more Sharks fans. For some reason, there we go. We'll pull it back up. There it is. But yeah, looking to connect with more Sharks fans this upcoming season because we have a lot of good things happening for the future. So, and like I said, I live in the Pacific Northwest. There's not a whole lot of Sharks fans. It's the one thing I miss about being back home is I was there for the glory days, wasn't there for the shitty days, and now we're on the come up again. And I'm like, damn, I wish I was back home for a majority of all these things that are happening for us. But I'll be back home again at some points this season. Hopefully catch a couple more Sharks games and hang out with some of the homies down there. But yeah, welcome to the stream. I appreciate it. Awesome. Was looking for a Sharks channel. Not a lot out there I've enjoyed. Well, hopefully you enjoy this one. I try to make content that is, well, Shark content that's not so, I don't want to say boring. I feel like there's a lot of Sharks content out there right now that just does not hit home with me. It just kind of seems, I hate to say cringe, but a lot of it is cringe, and it's just like, that's not me, you know, like, although I will say there's some opinions out there I just do not agree with. Like if you have, like, little side note, I used to play hockey for years as a kid. I played for the San Jose Blades before they became the San Jose Junior Sharks. Like I'm old now, you know, like I'm older. I got grays in my beard. My name's on a couple of those trophies up there, over there in the Sharks ice. So I don't want to say like I know hockey enough, you know, like there's some people out there who just don't know hockey. They just know the names. And there's like, I don't know about you guys, but I am over the Will Mack obsession by all these teeny bopper children out there that I'm just like, there we go. We got Jumbo on the screen, but I'm sure like, you guys can relate to a lot of that. So that's where the cringe is.
Joe Thornton, by the way. Thank you. 42? Yeah. Something like that. Close. It is so great to have you here. Not only in your
crazy to think that this guy is like almost 5 years older than me. Like that is a grown ass man.
Yeah, just some really, we added some size. We added some really good skill. So it just we added a little bit of everything this draft. So I think Mike and his team, and I think the whole organization is real pleased with the draft.
I want to start with a guy who had a shot on goal and also just blocked a shot. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah. Karmanov, who you were pumping up yesterday at practice. 7'1". I think he's got like a 70-inch stick, something like that. I stood next to him. What's that like?
Yeah, I'm a fan of him already.
I know you are. I know.
He's a big man. He can move.
Brody is having the time of his life right now.
So I'll be cheering for him. And but at 7'1", you know, for him just to be able to skate and compete with these guys his coordination's off the charts.
Jumbo's in the building for show.
What's Ivar Stenberg like? And I don't know if you remember all the days of you being 18 years old, but for him, it's so much, right? He's 9 hours away from his family. He's 5,000 miles away from his family. At the same time, though, he looks so ready for this.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously scored a goal here, too.
Yeah, he's been playing with men for a long time, and you can just see his skill as soon as he steps on the ice, just his skating, just, you know, the way he just positions himself. He's just he's going to be an unbelievable player in the future, and we're excited to have him as a Shark.
I know you'll never get into broadcasting. Hold that up a little bit closer so we can hear you well.
Sorry.
You're no Dan Boyle.
No, I'm not.
No Boiler. Hey, I want to talk about two players that have a little bit of a closer connection here. And Jake Gustafson scored the first goal there on the breakaway. And his dad has worked for the Sharks for a long time.
Yeah, we're all thrilled. He's a junior
cool
Shark.
Is that?
Yeah, he was a junior Shark. I remember watching him play for a bunch of years, and we're just so proud of Jake and the whole Gustafson family. We're just so thrilled for him. And Jake, he looks great out there.
Yeah.
So I get to cheer for all the boys. It's great.
And you know what, especially on draft day too, when you don't know who's going to get selected when, where, there's a lot of variables. And I told him, look, you could have got drafted by another team and been super happy. But the fact that when you came up, the Sharks were ready for you, that's amazing.
It
how
really
that works.
is. And now we grew through the whole minor hockey system in San Jose. And,
Bellarmine Bells.
Yeah,
Bellarmine
it's a
Bells.
great
I haven't heard that
story,
team name in
We'll
forever.
be cheering for all the Gustafsons.
The other one is Mason Marchment, who the Sharks signed yesterday to a 5-year contract.
Yep.
So here I am. As soon as I find out the info, I'm going back on all of his.
Crazy because
history,
like
right?
my name is
There's one
Mason.
interview
I'm like, hell yeah.
Growing up, Joe Thornton, my favorite player, right? So cool, right? And I'm wondering what you remember, and we'll talk about Brian in a second, but what you remember from young Mason Marchment, because he was around here.
Oh yeah, I remember at development camp.
Yeah.
And I remember I got to play with him down in Florida, so we were teammates
That's
as well.
right.
So,
sorry, man. I forgot
I've known
the
the
Florida
Marchments
days.
for a long time, and for him to come back and play here in San Jose, where his dad was, and he has so many friends out here. It's a great story as well.
I got to break this habit. I keep calling Mike Greer Greersy.
Yeah.
I feel like he deserves more of a formal title.
Yeah.
Big Money
As a
Mike is his
GM.
name, Brody. Come on.
But Mike Greer got to play with Brian Marchment in Edmonton for 3 years. And obviously, Marchment here as a coach, a scout, and all that. It's just such a sentimental signing. And I can't
R.I.P.
wait. He's a good player. But I
Brian
feel like
Marchment,
there's
one of my
even
favorite
more
players
to
growing
that
up.
for him here.
Mason's just he's a great player. He's a fantastic young man, great family, and obviously Brian was just an unbelievable man, and we miss him every day, and we think about him every day. But just for him to come back, and it's I talked to him yesterday. We FaceTime, and he was excited. I was excited. So he's going to come out here in the next couple of weeks and see what San Jose's like now.
I'll raise you 10.
As an
I'll raise you
NHLer.
10. 50
Hey,
points
what's
this
the,
year.
What's development camp like? I mean, you as somebody who Hall of Famer, done it all, seen it all. What are you trying to help instill in these kids here for a couple days?
Really just
I'm going to let the audio play real quick.
Chance
I've had
to,
3
bump
cups
with,
of coffee
another
before this. I
guy
got to take a
they don't
piss.
know.
I'll be
So just
right back.
Get to know each other, know one another, get familiar with their games, because they're going to grow up with these guys and they're going to play a lot of years with each other. So get familiar with each other's personalities. Do they got brothers and sisters? Just kind of, it's hockey, but it's also relate with one another.
Jacob Trouba and Darnell Nurse, 2 big signings yesterday, and they're of the age where I know you played against Trouba.
Yeah.
Nurse maybe a little bit, just crossing over there. It's a lot for the Sharks to take on yesterday and make some big commitments,
it was great, yeah.
I think we went after a little bit of personality there too.
Yeah, we're all thrilled, 2 big D-man, aggressive D-man, so just Mike did a great job. What can I say? Mike did a great job with the draft, with the free agency, so we're excited where next year is going to bring us.
Thank you for being Macklin's landlord the last couple of years,
thank you, Brody.
We know you did well.
We'll see everybody in September. Looking forward to it.
Holy
Joe
hell.
Thornton, great to have you here on the live stream, as we'll eventually get it back to Nick Nolenberger upstairs for the call.
Good to see Jumbo on camera again. Loving that hoodie. That hoodie probably cost like $150. I don't understand the pricings of these merchandise items that they have these days. But yeah, no, we'll go through some comments here, because there was one that stuck out to me, and I appreciate you saying it because I totally agree with you. Where did it go? Oh, that's not too far back. Here it is. Hash Coffee. Lots of low energy effort Sharks content creators out there. I tend to agree. I feel like there's a lot of people who are just excited about the hype of the players that we have, and they don't know too much about hockey, and they're just kind of just talking out of their ass. And a lot of it doesn't make sense. Whoa, was that us or is that them? That's the Sharks broadcast. That was not me. I can tell you that. But yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of low effort content as well, or uneducated content out there, where they'll say some things that, or other creators will say things that just don't make sense. And it's like, everyone has an opinion. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I just don't agree with a majority of it. So that's when I was like, you know what? I'm going to jump on here and do my thing. And here we are. New channel. Appreciate it. Like I said, if you guys are not subscribed to my channel right now, do me a favor, hit those buttons. I would appreciate it. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. You know, we'll do live streams during the season. I'm going to pull this thing back up. We still have a whole another half to go. It's just we got fans dancing on camera right now and don't need to see that right now. But yeah, we'll be doing some live streams, some watch-alongs similar to this one during the season. We'll do some fun stuff this year, this upcoming season. And like I said, I have another channel as well where I post more on that channel. I just kind of cover the NHL more so, and you know, there's Sharks news all the time, but also like there's 32 other teams that I can talk about during the year. So that's where you'll find me majority of the time until the Sharks season ramps up again. Or if we get more news, I'll jump in and, you know, do some stuff there. I'm there in person. You're there at the arena right now. If you are, hope you're having a good time. Grab me one of those teal towels. I would love to have one of those teal towels. I might have a couple towels I could trade you. I actually have, not that I'm going to trade this towel, but I don't know if you guys remember, or if you're a new Sharks fan or an older Sharks fan, do you guys remember the black cat that walked on the ice during the Blues in 2016? I don't know if you guys remember that one. There was like a special edition towel. It was like the Joe Pavelski towel. I think that's what they called it. And there was like a limited run on those. There was like 500 of them at the time. And if you were at the playoff game back then, you could have gotten one of those if you were there early enough. I missed it by like maybe like 10 minutes when I was in line, but someone like just dropped or a couple people dropped their towel on the way out. And I snagged them. I was like, I'm taking those because I collect the playoff towels, like probably like a lot of you guys. Here we go. So I snagged it, and I have a couple of them. I just got to find them. If I have a couple of them, I'll trade someone for one of these teal towels over there. I don't always care about the white one. The teal one's pretty dope. I'll take the teal one. No sound yet from the game. They're still doing their thing in arena, but yeah, I have a couple towels I can trade for one of those. But yeah, hope you guys are doing good. Hope you guys are again have calmed down after the Darnell Nurse news yesterday. I've come to terms with it. Pretty excited about the Mason Marchment signing. I will admit that one. That one, he seems like a player that will fit our team perfectly. Kind of complements Kiefer Sherwood a little bit. Just on the other end, end of the spectrum, I guess you would say. I expect more goal scoring from Marchment than I do Sherwood, but hey, Kiefer Sherwood started off the year last year pretty good too. So if we can get them both scoring, that would be dope. But yeah, Jacob Trouba acquisition. That one caught me off guard in the moment, and then it really caught me off guard when I saw the contract details. I've come to terms with both of those, him and Darnell Nurse, at this point. So again, I'm just, Mike Greer gets a pass on this one for me for the time being until I see him in season and how things go. I will hold judgment till then. I'm just putting it away for right now. I'm going to try to enjoy my summer for the time being until one of those two or both of those dudes do something that's going to set me off. And I will be sure to be making videos on that. Hopefully I don't have to make any negative videos on those guys, but I made a lot of negative videos last year, more so on coaching decisions than I did anything else. But yeah, I don't know how you guys feel about the coaching right now. If you have any thoughts or opinion on the job Ryan Warzowski has done so far, let me know down in the comments, because I feel like I'm a crazy person sometimes when I'm talking about Ryan Warzowski, because people either really don't agree with it or they really agree with it. And I'm like,
welcome back inside TechCU Arena.
I'm not a fan. for sure. But I'll give him one more. I'll give him this year. Now that he's got some defensive players, and see what he does and what decisions he makes. But I was surprised when I found out Joe Pavelski was up for the Toronto job and possibly becoming a coach. And I think I'm pretty sure Joe Pavelski is at this dev camp. I can't remember if it was dev camp or training camp he was going to be at, but either way, if Joe Pavelski's getting into the coaching gig, I will take Joe Pavelski in San Jose all day long. You guys can see I have a Joe Pavelski big ass banner. He's one of my favorite all-time Sharks players ever. So if he can translate that into coaching and get our boys going more so, then I'll take it all day long. But yeah.
The draft players come in right after the draft for development camp. They've got free agency.
I feel like the defensemen are so expensive this offseason. Yes, they are very expensive. And to see both of those guys getting as much as they got. Well, Darnell Nurse, we know how much he was getting even before even coming over here. I'm just disappointed they didn't retain anything and Mike Grier took that contract. But yeah, just don't love them in terms of new contracts. Yeah. I mean, I agree. Needs to give Misa more time. Exactly. I think Misa just needs he was kind of like Will Smith in his rookie year, just massaging in a little bit. And I think Misa's going to have hopefully he has an amazing year this year. Amazing for him anyways. I think Trouba and Nurse are expensive, but yep. I want to know what the defensive pairings are going to be this year. That's what I want to know. Like I said, I'll make my judgment call then. Pavs to the San Jose Sharks staff. I 100% agree with that.
So Team White will carry it to the neutral zone.
Yeah, he's in my good graces. Well, I mean, not in the last 24 hours, but he gets a pass.
Using his big frame to try to protect the puck, but he was out.
I died when pass.
Working along for Carson Wedge. Team Teal over the line. Wedge working in. He lost the handle at the final moment. Off the right pad of Noling, and it's worked back to the neutral zone. So Keaton Verhoff has the puck for Team Teal.
All right, now I don't know if you guys noticed, but we're 3-on-3 now.
Carries it to the red line, left wing side for Verhoff.
And I think we'll do the
pulls the puck in.
The shootout at the end of this. That's what they did last year.
Who works him to the end wall into the trapezoid.
Surprised we haven't seen any penalties yet.
The puck, the second half, 3-on-3, so things open up.
Oh.
We'll see if the offense can get kick-started a little bit.
I said it earlier. You guys will have to forgive me for not knowing all the players' numbers at this point in time because prospects. I do know our main guys that we got this year. Is Ryan Lynn with the puck right now.
Pass in tight, unable to pull the trigger.
But if you're just joining us, Stenberg did score earlier today. I believe someone said it like around the 7-minute mark of the stream or 7-minute mark in the game.
Twists one along, off-target pass, bounces back to the neutral zone. And now Marlowe has the puck for Team Teal, and he'll skate it back deep in his own end. Landon Marlowe spent a little bit last year in the OHL with Kingston.
I don't think so either.
Expected to be back with the Frontenacs this year.
They were talking about Ryan Warzowski potentially getting an extension this year. I don't know if that's true or not. I hope it's not true.
And he gave it away, and here comes Team White. He might have numbers.
We'll get back to that in a second.
Miskey in tight shot and a goal.
5-hole.
Right through the 5-hole. Beautiful finish.
Who was
it? Extends its lead. It's David Klee who finds the back of the net.
David Klee?
To extend his club's advantage. So
on the Ryan Warzowski talk, I don't agree with that he, I agree. I do agree. I don't think we're winning the cup with him. I think this year is like a really telling year for Ryan Warzowski. With the team that we have now, granted, we're not happy with all the contracts, but we have a better team this year, more veterans, and we know how Mac and Will and, all the stuff that we get. So it better be positive this year. Otherwise, Ryan Warzowski is probably going to get the boot. At least that would be my decision.
Stick stop by Hasley. That's a good save. As coming down the left wing side to pull the trigger for Team White was Gasso, and Astley had to be sharp. Gasso has the puck back in his own zone. 26, and White signed a 2-year entry-level contract yesterday. A Boston draft pick, rights acquired by the Sharks this summer. In tight, Nutrients shot attempt turned away by Hasley, and now a breakaway. Here comes Carson Wentz, shoots and scores.
Top cheese, baby.
Teal is on the board as
Carson Wentz
makes no mistake on the breakaway.
Sorry, my security cameras in my house are going off. Got to check out what's going on outside.
Wetch, 22 goals last year in Kelowna with the Rockets. Served as Kelowna's captain at 72 points.
Nothing happened on the camera, by the way, in case you're wondering. But Team Teal getting on the board finally. I would hate for this to be like a shutout.
Going upstairs. Nowling to get Team Teal on the board. 3-1 lead now. Team White leading. White looking to break out. 3-on-3, so things have opened up a little bit. Hoffman trying to use his frame to protect. Now a chance for Team White out of thin air and overhandling the puck as he worked in on net.
I'd have to see. Oh, here we go.
And now a chance for Heisey. Breakaway, shoots and scores.
There we go.
So just like that, a couple of breakaway
We got a game.
Team Teal as Max Heisey on the breakaway gets Team Teal within a goal.
Yeah, I was going to reply to your comment here as that happened. But if we're not in a playoff spot or I guess in the hunt in April, I could go either way. You know, we could let them, depending on how we finish the year, you know, or I guess I was going to say how, depending on how the team is playing at that time, if they're actually moving towards a playoff spot, then I'd be like, okay, I'll let him finish the year out. But if they're like ass in April and like we're not even like really scratching the surface of a playoff spot, then yeah, I'd give him the axe.
Shoots and put it high and wide. Klee with Team White's last goal, and right now it's a difference-making goal as they lead at 3-2. Karmanov with the puck in his own third. Skates it over the red line. Karmanov takes a bump in the corner.
Karmanov getting ran out by fucking Ryan Lee or Ryan Lynn.
To the Team Teal zone. Second half, third quarter, it's a 3-2 lead.
Oh, nice move.
For Team White, led by Patrick Marleau, but the last two goals coming off Team Teal skaters in Wetch and Heisey. Angle shot, that's shrugged away by Noling, and an outlet pass up the right wing side. Here comes Gallant for Team White, but a good stick check by the big fella Alexander Karmanov.
We got a breakaway here.
Another breakaway for Team Teal.
Ooh.
As Rimashevsky fires it wide.
He makes baffling choices
Gallant
all the
stood
time.
up as he tried to dance his way through.
Go back and watch some of my content when I talk about Ryan
Throw the
Rosowski
body,
in a couple games.
back
And
into the Team White zone.
yeah,
White leads it
I'm
by
not
a
afraid to
score,
voice my opinion on
3-2.
Ryan Rosowski, where some people were
Ryan
just
Lee
like,
tripped
give him a
up, no call
chance.
on
I'm
the
like,
play. No
ain't got time for that
penalty
shit, man.
call
We got him back
back
in his prime. Let's go.
And
Or
handoff
not
left
even
wing
his
side
prime
for
yet.
Nuchin. Pulls up the top of the left circle for Team White. Stick check to the near side wall. Run down by Mutrin. And Mutrin will place it back to the neutral zone for Nicholas. Mutrin committed to Boston College. Played this past season in Moncton in the Quebec Maritimes Hockey League.
There we go. Two.
Now Team Teal threatening again, and Roberts just whipped it wide, looking for the equalizer. Still a 3-2 lead for Team White. White led 3-0 at one.
If you guys are, you know, looking for,
Now from Wetch, and then
what the hell?
Heisey has Team Teal back within a goal.
Sorry, I didn't mean to click on that
Roberts
again.
was skated off the blue line for Team Teal.
I was gonna say, if you guys are
Pass off the stick.
paying attention to the
Carleo got
game
tipped away, pulled back
and you're
in
watching,
by Wetch
I
and
tend to
Team
watch
Teal.
specific players. It's like
trying to
obviously
slip away
Stenberg
from
and Verhoff and
Defense on
Ryan
that
Lynn.
far side, Nate Miskey, the one
If you're
defending.
watching Verhoff right now
To the
and
near
paying attention
side,
to him,
Wetch, and he'll carry
let
it
me know in the
to the
comments how you
center
think
to
he's
regroup.
doing so far,
Played it intended for
or in the
Roberts,
chat
off the
anyways,
stick
because I
of
kind of feel
Nicholas,
like,
back into the Team
I mean,
Teal
his
third of the
everyone's
ice.
knock on Verhoff right now is just skating and all that stuff. And,
Callio, a tryout player, had his pocket picked by Stenberg. Swede on Finn Crime. Now a shot from Cleve from the high slot. That's
sorry, I
blocked
cut
in the
myself off. I saw
corner.
Stenberg doing something. I was like, oh, hang on.
Last team white goal. It's a difference-making goal. Now an angle shot from just above the goal
To
line.
get back what I was saying about Verhoff and his skating, I agree. He needs skate. He needs work. He needs to work on his skating.
Team white zone.
But also, it feels like he's like really sluggish right now for some reason. That could just be the way I'm seeing it right now. But
over the line, team white, Clee shot.
Oh.
Kicked out. Oh, what a great save by Hesley.
Feels like he doesn't have the jump for today right now. You know, it's a prospect scrimmage. It's not like you need to come out crazy with it, but
outstanding save from Connor Hesley on
yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it right now.
Put back. Stenberg leading the rush. Thrown on net in the backhand chance from in tight. Sarsland the opportunity. And Ashley with a brilliant right pad save, full extension on his belly to keep it out. Team White wins the draw. Stenberg seam pass. Sarsland gets another chance on the one-timer, and once again
pushing
Hasley
off
over
from
to
the
make
post.
Save. A couple of dandies from Connor Hasley.
So ASU pads are killing it though.
So the face-off draw will stay in the Team White zone, Team Teal zone rather. They trail 3-2. White wins the draw. Up top, left point for Sarsland. Sarsland peeling away from pressure. Works middle ice, and he wires it upstairs, and that's gloved down by Hasley. 3 straight saves for Hasley and Tristan Sarsland. So playing 3-on-3 in the second half.
All right, here's a hot take for you. I'm not in love with the all teal look. I don't know if you guys love that. I mean, I love the shade of teal we're using now, but I also miss the black helmets and black pants. Let me know what you think. Now I've seen this. We saw that old school logo pop up, the original logo pop up multiple times today, and we know we have the hometown remix jerseys coming out this year. I gotta imagine we're going back to that for those jerseys, but I would love to have those look. The original jerseys come back. I am maxing out my credit card, 100%. I'm a big fan of like the old logos, like the Chomp logos, like even this one. I know I'm rocking the Cali Fin, but I love like the original Fin logo. You can see it right there. And then if this comes back, if it focuses up, where's it at? There it is. If that Chomp logo comes back on a jersey, I think they did a warm-up jersey, I think, or I saw a warm-up or a mashup jersey. Someone did something like that. If that logo comes out on a jersey, the wife will not be happy. The wife will not be happy about the amount of money I spend on that jersey.
Celebrating his 47th birthday here on this July 2nd. Happy birthday, Jumbo. Looks like he could.
You're talking about Verhoff right now, right? I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. But yeah, I feel like he's just kind of like gliding a little bit right now. Like there's like no jump. But again, like, you know, I don't know. I would have a little bit more jump in my game, but you know, we'll see. Love Jumbo. Love Jumbo too. Sad that we couldn't get him a cup. Sad he couldn't get a cup with anybody else either. For all those guys. Pavelski, Marlowe. Oh, we were so close in 2016. We were so close. Just a little bit slow.
Kick off this final quarter. It's one back to Ravensburg, and so they do change the goaltenders again. Joshua Ravensburg.
Let's crank that audio back up. There we go.
White. Christian Kirsch in between the pipes to our right for Team Teal. Look at the goaltenders in this camp, all the drafted ones at least. Brady Noling, 6'5". Joshua Ravensburg, 6'5". Christian Kirsch, 6'4". As here come Team White and putting it upstairs. A beautiful finish. Andre Gasso tickling
Andre
the
Gasso
under the bar. Gives Team White back its 2-goal lead. They lead it 4-2.
Don't know too much about him. more of a depth piece.
So it's
You
6
know,
goals last year in
gotta
23
imagine he's going to be
games
the Barracuda this year. But
with
Mike Greer
Boston College.
pulling off some moves
He's from Southern
other than
California.
yesterday's moves.
Played with Will Smith in BC, but he's from Los Angeles. Played for the
But
LA
yeah,
junior
playing for
teams.
BC, he's an old teammate of Will Smith, I think, right?
Again, California
If I remember right.
products representing throughout these development camps and into the NHL. The growth of the game just continues to expand. So 4-2 lead for Team White. Neutron slides between his legs to the backhand, feeds along near side Gallant.
It's exactly how I feel.
Gallant
I'm
back
like,
for Neutron, in tight, trying to dance around Kirsch on the backhand, still controlling. Neutron.
you want to show the fans like you got some jump in your game. Doesn't matter.
Working middle ice, turns, fires. It's turned away by Kirsch.
Some of the guys I understand,
Out the far
but if you're
side
number
wall.
9,
Gallant's
drafted
got it
number 9,
again
9th
in
overall,
front, and it caught Kirsch and out of
give me
play.
like a
Protected
couple good
mesh,
shifts. Like,
and that'll stop play.
let me see what you got.
Richard Gallant last year at Harvard. First season with the Crimson. 18 points, 8 goals, 10 assists. Gallant's selected by the Sharks in the 7th round in 2025. Off the draw, Wong trying to seam a backhander off the skate of a Team Teal member, and Team Teal looks to break out. They trail
Did anybody,
4-2
it's in here. Did anybody go to the draft party?
in the final quarter of this Sharks prospect scrimmage.
That's the one thing, like,
everybody joining us on the Sharks
Being
Side
where
of
I'm
the
at now, I
Network
miss out
watching,
on those things. I'm like,
the
fuck,
Sharks
man.
Digital platforms. Great to have you aboard
Those
on
look,
this.
those look fun as
July
hell.
the 2nd,
At least I would have fun as hell.
conclusion of development camp. Great way to wrap things up.
Hit up a little Henry's High Life before the games.
Stop play.
Miss that a
Development
lot.
camp emphasized to the players, this is strictly a learning opportunity. You're not going to make the big club in development camp, but these guys are as competitive as one could imagine. There's a reason why they've made it this far. Hard to turn it off. And you've got to imagine guys want to make a good impression. Nicholas
Ooh,
Bergen
little
is speaking of trying
Forsberg.
to make a good impression. A tryout player nearly Andres Kirsch, but
There we go.
it's turned away. Here comes Team Teal back in transition. The bouncing
You're
puck
cut.
over the stick of Rimashevsky. Team Teal has it in the zone.
Oh.
Rich trying to get icy, and it just skipped over his blade. Now Wong digs it back for Stenberg. Stenberg's pocket pick. Ticey. He'll leave it for Hoffman. His bid blocked. Brendan Hoffman skates it to the far side. Hoffman up top for Heisey.
It was stressful,
Now
especially
for
by the
Sid.
Winnipeg pick.
Return back to Heisey. Team Teal controlling. Heisey dancing his way into Ravensburg and
Yeah.
on the right pad. Makes the save.
You know, I watched it
on
here. I
top.
watched it. I did a
6
stream
minutes
on
to
my
go.
other channel for the draft.
As the clock is running here in this
I wasn't
final
really
quarter, it's a
stressed.
4-2 lead.
I mean, I was, you
For
know,
Team White.
obviously we don't know what they're gonna do. But it was a little bit easier because I was by myself. You know, I can imagine being in that building with that amount of people, like everyone pulling their hair out, not knowing what was gonna happen. I can imagine how stressful that was. But also, it's probably really fun at the same time.
Committed to Michigan State, and when asked, "Are you influenced?"
Sharks
by
fan based in Vegas.
Brian
I'm
Miller,
sorry.
a Sharks alum, is the headman feed for Lynn, just a hair
You're closer to
offside.
home than I am. I'm in Washington. I'm in northern Washington or eastern Washington, Spokane. So
Ravensburg didn't go that
Yeah.
far to say that Brian
take me a
Miller's
little bit
part of
longer
the
to get the
Sharks
tank if I wanted to
organization.
go.
And a Michigan State alum really influenced his choice, but
What is such a broken?
certainly
We're all screaming. I was screaming in. I wasn't screaming, but I was like at
experience.
what pick was that? I can't remember what pick it was. It was probably right after
Off the face-off
Jackson
draw,
Rudolph got picked.
pulled in by
I was
Team
like,
White.
Mike, pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. Like, go chase down Chase Reed right now. And, you know, obviously it didn't happen, but
Near side.
that's where I was at. Or maybe it was after the Carson Carlos pick. I can't remember which one it was, but I was like, Mike, just do it.
Heisey up the right wing side, he's got a goal.
But I'm glad with what we got. Happy with what we got, especially Ryan Lynn at what we get him at 21. Trade up, getting him. Take it all day long.
Kirsch rims it around the wall near sideboards. They're off. Throws a little check on Klee, who has Team White's third goal up top for Miskey. Team White leads by a score 4-2, 4:14 left here in this final quarter. Gasseau shot glove down by Kersh.
My other channel it's called It's About Hockey. If you look at some of my videos, I collabed on the post because I cross-posted on both channels. You can find it there. And I talk about all other things hockey in there. Actually, getting ready to do some other stuff on that channel relatively soon here.
Time the Sharks had ever drafted a goalie in the opening round. So they've added depth really at all.
Yes, it was. That screwed. I don't think it screwed up. Well, I mean, I don't want to say it screwed up the draft, but I think it threw everyone's boards off when Rudolph was picked.
Is over the line down the right wing side. Sin took it to the net, and Ravensburgen says not so fast. Gets glove on top of it and holds on. 3:19 left here in this fourth quarter.
I think if we were going to get Chase Reed or move up to get Chase Reed, I don't think 27 was going to be there. I think it was going to be 9 and 27. Happy with what we got, though, because I actually really wanted, I mean, obviously I wanted Chase Reed. You know, I think a majority of people wanted Chase Reed. But I think for the Sharks, we need to get bigger. So I was happy with Verhoff. I actually wanted Verhoff. I kind of let Chase Reed kind of go in my mind. I was like, we're not getting him until the Rudolph pick happened. I was like, we're not getting him because I thought everyone thought he was going to be the first defenseman off the board. When that didn't happen, I was like, pick up the phone, Mike.
Up high for Giampa, right wing side. It's played, so 4-on-3 with the extra attacker. Team Teal trailing by a score of 4-2. Near wing, Giampa holding, tried to seam a far post pass, picked off, and it's touchdown by Team White. Hooking is the call. And we will have a penalty shot. No power plays.
Penalty shot. Surprised we only got one so far. I think last year we got a bunch of them. It's like the breakaway challenge thing, right? Yeah, it's a breakaway.
So once the puck is picked up, it's a race behind. There's a shot and a goal.
Did that go in?
The shooter, and he beats Ravensburgen. Blockers.
I know they awarded a goal, but it looked like it hit the post. Here we go. We'll hit the horn. There we go. Hate this goal song. I hate it. Give me the original goal song, man.
Undrafted tryout player. Played last year at Miami of Ohio. His second season. 24 points, 12 goals, 12 assists.
That one's going to be a shock for me when I go back to the tank because they were still playing the old school gold song when last time I was there.
They trail 4-3. They're over the line.
I'm going to be like Will Ferrell. I'm like, I don't know what to do with my hands when that song comes on.
Sin back for Heisey. In tight, Ravensburgen poking at it. Wetch pulls it in. Back for Heisey. Up top for Sin. Sin, a left shooting defenseman. Now for Heisey. Back for Sin. Return to Heisey. Net empty to our right. Heisey shoots. Save made Ravensburgen. Block fire just wide. Great look for Team Teal to tie it, but they couldn't square it up at 4 apiece. They still have time. 1:18 left here in the fourth quarter. Heisey gives off one time.
Oh, wide open net.
Was blocked nonetheless and hoisted back to center. Team Teal back over the line. Wedge.
I can imagine. I'm still used to doing the, hey, you know, like.
Final quarter, down low, Heisey to the far side, one-timer muff.
Everyone's all like fucking punching in the air. Here we go.
Zone. Neutron to the empty net.
Oh, he shanked it. That's a goal, though. That's a goal, yeah.
But they're gonna count the goal anyway on the
I think we all hate a goal. Yeah. That's the consensus I get online. I haven't talked to anyone or met anyone who actually likes it, so. I don't know why they went that direction, but I'm not a fan of it. It's Nick Nollenberger, Barracuda play-by-play caller.
Didn't like the call. There could have been maybe 3 or 4 penalties called.
Has anyone had Randy's beer yet? I forget what it's called. All Hands. I don't know what brewery. It's like a Gilroy brewery, but like before I live now, I live in, like I said, I live in Spokane, Washington. I lived in Oregon. Huge craft beer lover. Haven't drank in a while though, but you know,
there goes Christian.
Would love to get my
Hirsch.
hands on one of those and just try it out,
They're over the
or just
line.
add to the collection of shark things I have.
Pass
Oh,
inside backhander shoveled wide. Great look by Rimashevsky, but he just couldn't tuck it inside the far post. Back to Rimashevsky, top of the umbrella. Seam pass near side. Good stick. Recover though by Team Teal. Hurried far side, skipped off the yellow. Veroff overskated.
Could you
it. He was
imagine?
outnumbered. Klee and Stenberg pulled back in by Team Teal, but they're going to run out of time. And
well, that's it for the game. Team Marlowe wins. But we typically do a shootout, don't we?
As Joshua Ravensbergen is celebrated upon.
I know. I think we can't remember if we did it last year because it ended in a tie. But I thought we did it at the end of this game.
TechCU Arena. Team White, guided by Patrick Marlowe, defeats Team Teal coach.
The Marchment Cup goes to Team White.
By a final score of 5-3. There's no losers when everybody's wearing teal. Great showcase from these prospects.
Seriously.
Way to conclude development camp.
I've only been here in Spokane for a year now. It's not my favorite. I'll tell you that right now.
The next couple of days,
I mean, I miss the Bay, but I also, like, when I lived in Oregon, to be honest, like, I love the Bay, I love the Sharks, and I love to be able to go to the Sharks game, but I loved Oregon so much. It was just like not being around that many people in the Bay where I was at in Oregon was like a game changer for me.
Of course, the trophy named after the late Brian Marchment. And in a full circle moment, his son Mason was inked to a big deal by the Sharks yesterday. Center ice photo between the two coaches, Marlowe and Thornton. And over to receive the trophy is Mason Klee. I think Klee's going to be our MVP award winner with the game-winning goal. Klee hoists the trophy above his head. Don't think it quite weighs as much as the Stanley Cup.
I mean, I know we just signed Mason Marchment yesterday, but it would be cool to have him pass that out. Would have been cool. Surprise, but
With a beauty. Scored the second goal for Team White. Klee with a goal. Jake Gustafson, the San Jose native, got things started.
does he have something in his mouth? It was like he's like holding his breath for some reason.
Stretch, but ultimately Team White held on for the victory. There's Stenberg. He has the trophy in tow.
Someone photoshopped the Stanley Cup in his hand. Let's go. How quick is it going to be?
Sharks last week in Buffalo. Back-to-back years in which the Sharks had the second overall pick. Third straight year. Which
Ryan Lynn.
Top two. Of course, they had three number one choices this year. One of those being Ryan Lynn, who just lifted the trophy.
Next year?
And it looks like the team.
I mean, I'll take it.
For a
But that's pretty quick.
photo. Both teams come together to wrap this game up. A huge thank you to everybody who
Well,
tuned in.
Team White wins it.
Sharks digital platforms or listened on the Sharks
Yeah.
Radio Network.
Fun game. Nothing too crazy. We saw Stenberg out there. We saw Verhoff out there. It was about as good as it can get for a prospect game. The stream's going to end here in a minute, but before we get out of here, I just want to say thanks for tuning in with me. Well, hang on. We got a team picture coming up. Let's see. There we go. We got to get the team picture at least. All the boys. Some of these players we won't see for a while, but yeah.
Team White, coached by
Yeah.
Patrick Marlowe,
Love the fact that
but both teams
these
come
boys get to
together.
get on the ice,
A great couple
get an
of
opportunity to
days
play after being drafted,
of development, a
even if
great
they're not, even if they're not
chance.
invited to camp or we don't see them again.
26 draft class.
Cool experience for those guys as a ex-hockey player or hockey player in my youth. That would be pretty cool to do. But yeah, like I said, appreciate you guys hanging out with me today during the stream. If you're again looking for some Sharks content, subscribe to the channel as we roll into the year and as more things develop over the summer. I will be here talking Sharks, doing it in different ways, not always like this. If you go look at my other channel, it's about hockey. I do things with green screens and shit and kind of have fun with the content that I make. So I'll try to make more, I guess I'll try to make better content that's out there right now. So yeah, if you want more options for hockey content, especially Sharks content, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, do all that fun shenanigans. I know I popped it up a minute ago. There it is one more time. Just as a quick reminder, hit those buttons for your boy. I appreciate it. If you're coming from Reddit, cool. I appreciate you clicking the link. You know, wasn't really trying to do much, but other than just hang out with some Sharks fans. So yeah, I'm very appreciative of it. And if anyone has one of those teal towels or can get their hands on one of those teal towels for me, I would appreciate it. Got to add some more Shark stuff here. I got a whole fucking tote full of Shark shit I got to hang up. I'll share all that shit eventually at some point in time. But yeah, again, I appreciate all the love today. Again, hit those buttons. And as things develop, I'll be back on here again to do more live streams and talk about whatever's happening in our universe down in San Jose. So peace out, homies. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And as always, go Sharks, baby. Peace out. Love ya.